Company Theater's RCT360, and we're here for episode 23, which is like 42 years in dog years. I don't know if that's right or not, but we've been here for a while. We're so glad to see you. I'm Deidre Sherm.
I'm Laura Alley.
And I'm Rachel Ratcliffe.
And thank you so much for joining us. Like and comment and let us know that you're here. Today we are celebrating North Texas Giving Day. And so many of you have done so many things in our community to give. Some have donated food to the communities of network ministries. Some have made masks for those who are in need, or given books to at-risk schools, or given to other local charities or people in need. And we're so grateful for your giving that we wanted to take a moment and ask you, why do you give? Ladies, take a look at this. So good to see that. Ladies, what are some of the reasons why, or what motivates you to give?
Well, I think we live kind of in a very privileged place, and we have lots of privilege and take things for granted. So I think it's important to remember that that we have that privilege, and a lot of people do not. So I think helping other people is very important when you can.
Yeah, I mean, having the opportunity to give to organizations that you're passionate about, it's like the Grinch. It makes your heart grow 3 sizes, and it doesn't even have to be Christmas.
I totally agree with that. Before we move on, I have to take a minute. I would be amiss if I didn't recognize, if you watched the last episode, she's now Lady Laura. Laura, I'm loving your new do.
Obsessed.
Oh, thank you.
Looks so good.
My hair has not been this short since I was 22 years old.
Have you done the first wash yet, where you like put your hands back and then like they slip out?
It's when I wring my hair out, and I can't because it's very tiny.
Well,
I always love that in a haircut.
I have to confess that I'm a little jealous of how good that looks. And hey, Rachel, maybe you'd like to do a little confessing right now for Quarantine Confessionals. Why don't you take it away?
Thank you, Deidre. It's time once again for another glorious episode of Quarantine Confessions. Come closer, closer, but not too close. Okay, friends, today I too confess that I'm kind of obsessed with Laura's new haircut. It's just not working the same for me. But more importantly, I need to confess to you that I struggle in quarantine and otherwise with priorities. And especially on this North Texas Giving Day, it is very difficult to find the right priorities in life. See, I love and salute the many, many wonderful nonprofit 501c3 organizations that we have in Dallas and Fort Worth. And even more than that, I love the people who work for and with those organizations. So many people that have a heart for giving and serving and a passion for our community, for making things beautiful, for helping others and making our lives just better. I mean, who can beat that? But as much as I would love to support every single organization that I love, I have to make priorities in my life. I don't know about you, but I haven't found a way to plant money trees in my backyard. Side note, if you have, please note that in the comments so I can kind of get on board. So When it comes time to make a particularly monetary donations, I have to struggle between, well, today, do I give to the North Texas Society for Dutch Clogging Preservation or the DFW Cats with Dyslexia? See, I don't know. And then sometimes you get into a fight with other people about, well, I can't imagine that you wouldn't give money to Narwhals for Justice when there's so many sapsuckers out there that need homes. But here is my takeaway today. There is no bad organization to give to because there's so many great opportunities to give in our community. What's important, rather, is that you give, not necessarily who you give to. And it doesn't even have to be money. You can give your time. You can donate food. You can do all manner of things. And if you happen to be a religious person, maybe you just say a prayer and lift up the people that are working so hard in our community if you can't do anything else. So, my friends, as hard as it can be to decide between the Clogging Society and Cats with Dyslexia, just make a choice and salute and help our friends in the community on this day and every day. And that is my quarantine confession.
Thank you, Rachel. Seriously, your quarantine confessionals make me want to be a better person. Well, now it's time to head right over to In the Spotlight with Laura, who has a mystery guest. Take it away, Laura.
Today's In the Spotlight interview is going to go a little differently. We have with us a mystery guest from RCT's upcoming radio show version of Arsenic and Old Lace. So welcome to the webcast, whoever you are. Welcome to the webcast, mystery guest.
Hello. Good to be here.
You have actually been in several RCT productions over the years. Without giving away who you are, can you tell us what your favorite performance was and why?
Yeah, I think I can. I would have to say The Drowsy Chaperone. If I tell you why, though, it might give something away, but let's just say, it was some of the most fun I've had with a group of actors on stage.
Nice. And you are currently a member of RCT's Arsenic and Old Lace radio show cast. Can you tell us a little bit about the rehearsal process for that show during all this pandemic?
Yeah, it's very CDC compliant, don't you know? And so we are spaced as we ought to be. 6 feet apart with masks when we're any closer, and then we are just going through the script and working on not only the play itself, but kind of the scene behind the scene with the actors as they are presenting this. So it's kind of a fun new layer to that.
So kind of a show within a show. And
yeah.
You're playing a role of the man who has many faces. Can you tell us how you prepared for this part?
Well, it's many parts. The first thing I do is I take a look at the script and see what do the lines tell me. I mean, not to belabor the obvious, but what do the words tell me? What is the cadence? What are the word choices? What do they say about it? And how does that determine voice pitch, tone, and in this case, dialect, which varies? And that's one of the first things that I do. And then how do I relate to the others within the scene? How do I relate sometimes to myself, actually?
Right. Okay, I think we have kept them in suspense long enough. It's time for our mystery guest to remove his mask and disguise and let us know who you are.
Oh boy, you sure you want me to take this wig off?
Beautiful. It is Steve Miller, everybody. Audiences know him from memorable performances in Greater Tuna, Midsummer Night's Dream, Christmas Carol, 39 Steps, and The Drowsy Chaperone. So Steve, for people who aren't as familiar with you as we are, can you tell us a little bit about who you are and what it is that you do?
Sure. I've been acting for a while, a long time, I guess. Right now, I am a producer for a radio talk show. That's what I do during the day. That's what I do to put bread on the table and all that. I have done a lot of stage, more stage than anything else. I do some film and radio as well. I have a wonderful wife, April, and 2 children, Juliet and Brennan, who are 20 and 18 respectively. That just can't be right, but it is. So it's a little bit about me.
Nice. And how has your life changed and your career and everything changed due to this pandemic?
There's a lot of things that haven't happened, and for that I have to say I feel real blessed. I still have a job. There's not near as many people in the office. We're discovering just how many people can work from home. Things like just the day-to-day life, I've actually probably been saving a bit of money on eating out, right? Ain't doing much of that. Went to church for the first time a couple days ago, for the first time in 6 months, because that doesn't happen much. It's just that normal day-to-day stuff that you do that you take for granted. But I think I've discovered that I like being alone a lot. Maybe I don't know how good that is, but there you go.
You are your own best friend.
Yeah? No.
So I have a question kind of out of left field for you here. And it's, what is your favorite thing about being an actor?
Oh, wow. Favorite thing. I would say making discoveries about human nature that I wasn't aware of. Though to be sure, the applause of the audience is a pretty good draw too. So I think that making people laugh to me is one of the most enjoyable things I do. So yeah, I'd say that. You tend to do more. Yeah. I mean, I'd say that's probably it.
Nice. A lot of people would say it's kind of, you get a chance to walk around in someone else's shoes, which kind of goes into what you said about seeing a different aspect of life and how someone else kind of, deals with everything going on. Steve,
Yeah.
thank you so much for being our mystery guest.
You're welcome.
You can catch Steve, the man of many faces, in Arsenic and Old Lace radio show version starting this weekend. It runs September 18th through the 27th at RCT. We cannot wait to see what you have in store for us on the stage to make us all laugh. And thank you so much for joining us today, Steve.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you, Laura.
You're the best.
Bye.
Thank you so much, Laura. I love Steve Miller. I saw him when y'all did Drowsy Chaperone, and he was so good.
He is,
And now he's got this whole glam rock thing going on in his interview. Like, I am feeling that.
I have to say, contrary to popular belief, Arsenic and Old Lace is not a heavy death metal musical. It is a radio show play, but that was not the vibe he was giving us.
A little disappointing, but it's going to be a great show all the same. We promise.
You won't be sad.
I can't wait to see it. Well, I think if I look at the clock, it's time for Broadway Trivia. Rachel, who you got for us?
Thank you, Deidre, and welcome once again to a glorious episode of Broadway Trivia. So today, in addition to our own beautiful snowflake, Laura Alley, we have a very special guest, a former star of the RCT stage. She sings, she dances, she just hangs out and is beautiful, and then had the nerve to leave us and move to Florida. Please welcome back Miss Ariana Rare.
Miss you guys.
Ariana, it is so good to see you. We miss you. And you have the special distinction of being our very first Broadway Trivia contestant who is actually in the possible path of an active hurricane. So that's fun.
Yep. So we'll see how this goes and if my Wi-Fi holds up. So fingers crossed.
Well, your Wi-Fi seems to be doing better than mine today. And if any point in time we need to evacuate, due to a natural disaster or just because my questions are bad, just raise the flag. We will get it done. We care about you. So I don't know if you have seen a lot of Broadway trivia segments in the past before, but this is how it's going to go. I'm going to ask you and Laura questions. When you know the answer, you need to buzz in with some sort of sound or motion to let me know that you know the answer. Now, before we get started, I need to know what your sound is going to be. But let me start with Laura. She's always kind of got her shtick going, so I think I know. But Laura, are you sticking with what works for you this week? What do we got?
Koozie.
If it ain't broke, don't fix it. I'm not even mad.
Yeah.
Ariana, what about you? Have you had time to think about what your sound should be?
I just recently got a bunch of Halloween candy, so I think I'm just gonna shake.
Perfect. That's perfect. It's seasonable. It's seasonal and it's delicious. I like it a lot. Okay, so before we get started with the questions, I want to just preface about theme for the week. So not only is Ariana a beautiful starfish unto herself, she is also a pretty big aficionado of all things Disney, having actually worked at Disney World for a good period of time. So, not to stack the deck or anything, because we would never do that to Laura, but today's questions, okay, we totally would, but today's questions are going to be all about Disney musicals. Something that I think that you both are very good at, so I think this is actually a pretty level playing field. But ladies, are you ready to get started with Broadway trivia?
Ready.
Yep.
Let's go. Question 1. This 1994 musical was Disney's first foray into adapting one of its animated classics into a Broadway musical. Okay, that's a Laura.
Is it Beauty and the Beast?
It is correct. Correct. Beauty and the Beast is the answer. Now, Ariana, I saw you pause, and I just want you to know that Laura's a beast. And if you think you know the answer before I finish, like, just go ahead and start talking. Okay. Start talking and shaking your candy corn like your mama gave it to you. So, question number 2.
To be fair, I don't know that she was born in 1994, so that might have been a little.
95.
In 1994.
Oh,
so there
a moment just to recognize the passing of my youth.
Yep, there it is.
Okay, all right, I'm done, and now we can go to question number 2. This Disney classic is the highest grossing Broadway show in history. Oh, Laura.
Is it The Lion King?
It is The Circle of Life. Now, little fun fact there, not the longest running musical. I think it's number 3 behind Phantom, which is still going, and also Chicago, the Chicago reboot, but with all the international productions, highest grossing. So
I love it.
Dropping a little knowledge on you in the midst of Broadway trivia as well. Mm-hmm. Okay, number 3, Ariana, I like your chances here. So, I feel good. Tell me, which one of the following Disney musicals did not have music written by Alan Menken? Is it The Little Mermaid, Hercules, Tarzan? Oh, Ariana, candy corn.
I changed my mind though. I think it's Tarzan.
You are correct. You are correct. The answer is Tarzan. I actually didn't know that there was a musical of Hercules, but they are trying to put something together. Why wouldn't they? And Alan,
the pandemic, and they were. Yeah.
So more power to him. But yeah, you're on the board, Ariana. I'm proud. Let's see what happens in question number 4. In the live-action musical version of Aladdin, the character of Iago is what? Is he A, parrot, B, a monkey, C, a camel, D, a human? Oh, candy corn.
Is it human?
It is a human. Ladies and gentlemen, we're tied. We are tied going into the last question. This is exciting. This is very exciting. This is like triple overtime in the Stanley Cup. Yeah. I'm making a sports reference and it's going well. So here we go with the last question. It's question number 5. Ariana, I don't know if you know this, but every Broadway trivia segment, we are pretty much required to give a question where I give you song lyrics in the voice of a pirate that leans slightly Irish.
Yes, I know.
I don't want to, but I have to because it's what the people demand. And on this North Texas Giving Day, we absolutely have to give the people what they want. So with that, here's our final question for the tie break. I need to give you, oh no, I'm going to give that to you. And then you are going to give to me the name of the song and the show it's from. Here we go. I need 6 eggs. That's too expensive. Oh, that one was really, really tight, but I think I'm going to give it to Ariana. Okay, what you got? What you got, girl?
Elle from Beauty and the Beast.
You got it. I'm so proud. I'm so proud. That was a very exciting Broadway trivia because I thought, oh, Laura may run the table at the beginning, and then from behind,
I loved it.
Floridian.
I do have to say, I've learned everything I know basically from Laura. So
Yeah, we
That's
kind of
why.
all have. Yeah.
That means I won again. So there you go.
So it's a joint win. It's a joint win. But Ariana, we are so glad that you joined us. It's so nice to see your face. Please continue to stay out of harm's way as wind and rains come to you. And congrats on having such good internet connectivity in the midst of all of that.
all right,
Yes,
well,
come-
thank you guys.
Come back and see us really soon, and we'll all come visit you on the beach.
Yes.
Bye.
Yay, Ariana! That was a tough game and you did very well. You know, Ariana has played my daughter on stage she's been at RCT Theater for many years before she left for the East Coast where the hurricanes are. As most recently, it was in Bye Bye Birdie. She is just as beautiful on the inside, as gorgeous as her voice is on the outside. Thank you, Ariana. All right, now we're headed over to Whatcha. What you got for us, Laura?
Welcome to Whatcha, my segment where I give you recommendations on things to watch, things to eat, things to buy. We start, as always, with our Were Ya Watchin' trivia question. The answer to last week's trivia question, where does Vivian Reed's mother live? The correct answer was the Cottages. The first person to comment with the correct answer was superfan Kathy Davis. Kathy, your half-price books gift card is on the way. Now it is time for this week's question. Are you ready? Ariana Ryer used what as her buzzer for Broadway Trivia? The first person to answer correctly in the comments below will receive a prize because we want to know where you watch it. Now, my second part of Whatcha is Whatcha Given. Today's theme is giving. What makes someone donate their time or money? I think Alberto Rios said it best with this. We give because somebody gave to us. We give because nobody gave to us. We give because giving has changed us. We give because giving could have changed us. We have been better for it. We have been wounded by it. Giving has many faces. It is loud and quiet, big though small, diamond in wood nails. Its story is old, the plot worn, and the pages too. But we read this book anyway, over and again. Giving is first and every time, hand to hand, mine to yours, yours to mine. You gave me blue, and I gave you yellow. Together, we made a simple green. You gave me what you did not have, and I gave you what I had to give. Together, we made something greater from the difference. And that's it for Whatcha. Back to you, Deidre.
Thank you, Laura. That's just such a beautiful way to remind us about the joys of giving. So thank you so much for that.
Beautiful.
Ladies, yeah, we are already at the end of our show today, this North Texas Giving Celebration Day. There's some things to go over and things we don't want to forget. Laura?
RCT is participating in North Texas Giving Day. So many of you have helped us and we are so grateful, but we still need funds in order to survive. Our theater has lost over $100,000 in revenue during this COVID crisis, and we need to raise $10,000 this month. To donate, see the link or go to North Texas Giving Day and search for Repertory Company Theater. Or you can donate to our $25 campaign. If 190 people donate $25 per month from September to December, RCT will have the funds to survive. Click the $25 campaign link to help.
And just like Gloria Gaynor, though, we will survive. The theater is thriving. We have a show opening this very weekend. Come see Arsenic and Old Lace. It's going to be part of our radio show programming. So the new format is a show within a show where you get to see some fun behind the scenes radio show action as well. You won't see glam rock, but you will not miss the glam rock in this fantastic 1940s program. So call the box office or go to rcttheater.com for more information and for tickets.
And don't forget, we have a new Porch Light Cabaret show that's coming up on September 26th at 8 o'clock. The tickets for the last one sold out fast, so call the box office today so you can get yours and not miss out on this beautiful outdoor event with your RCT friends. Well, ladies, it's the end of the show. Don't forget, everyone, we're thankful that you're here. Remember your mask. Don't leave it in the car like I always seem to do. And until we get a chance to see you again, I am,
You are
We are
RCT.
T.
Okay,
welcome to my world.
okay.
He left.
He left? Oh,
He took it literally and left. Bye, Steve.
Bye. Bye.
Bye, Steve.
Bye. Where's Rachel? Oh, there she is. Hello. Oh, you look good. You look good.
That Deidre has good ideas.
yeah.
She has great ideas, by the way. She
Mhm.
and Michelle, I always call.
We get a different tune for hers. Everybody but Rachel. Everybody but.
I would like it to be kind of hardcore rap.
That was a little better.
That was better. Okay.
Like the narwhals.
Narwhals for justice.
Narwhals for justice. I don't know where that came from, but I feel strongly about narwhals for
Yeah.
justice.
Yeah, so everybody but Deidre.
Everybody.
Because September 26th, I believe, at 8 p.m., we've got a show, and you can get those tickets at ours. No, call the box office. Don't delay. Go right to the
Why
box
bother?
office.
No. All right. Hopefully this will fix the problems and it'll be okay and things won't be bad anymore and the person in the hurricane isn't having sound problems.
I have an
My
idea.
dogs hate Deidre.
Why don't we just start over from me saying when the Porch Light series is?
I loved all of that.
Don't forget to give. Bye.